If you had to relive one 10-minute block of our time together again and again, what 10 minutes would you choose?
Oh, that's
Which 10 minutes would you choose is what I think they meant to say.
Okay, I would easily choose that night, that after social. That night, it was that night we got together, technically. My mom was in the hospital and I was taking care of her in Klang. And then you said you took half day off one day. And then you were like, let's just go out. And then you picked me up, came to the hospital to see my mom and my aunts. And then we left the hospital. And then you were like, let's just stay in Klang. Let's just go to this chicken rice shop. And I was like, I'm fucking sick of Klang. Like, take me out. And then, and then we went to meet Joey and Sari at this place in PJ.
Yeah.
It was nothing like super intense, but it was just like, like hands bracing against each other. My head was on your shoulder, but like not in a very suggestive way. It could have been like, anyone could have passed it as just like two good friends, chilling. And then we took an Uber back home because I needed to go back, and you graciously offered to come with me in the Uber, although you were about to go to the front seat. I was like, what the fuck, come to the back seat. Came to the back seat, and that's where it all happened. I think it was just coupled with the darkness and the intimacy of like a closed space. Things were out in the open, and yet they were not like defined. So like I feel like that. And then we were listening to the this is how you make me feel like the song playlist, and then we're listening to some songs, and then we went to the mama, and then we walked back home, and then you kissed me. So if it was really 10 minutes, it would just be that second you kissed me to like 10 minutes reminded from that. I would just want to relive the whole thing, because when I think about it, it's just like,
I know.
Something so amazing happened to me, and I just can't like digest that it did. And it was just, wow, that was a long answer.
No, it's a great answer. Like, you did great.
What's the 10 seconds?
No, I was going to say also, like, fucking Uber rides at like 2 a.m. when you're drunk, and it's all blacked out, and you're in the backseat with someone you like, that is something that people need to do. You know what I mean? If you can throw in a good playlist, get the driver to put in a good playlist,
then even better.
That'd be perfect. My answer would be the time when we were both in the States and you came to Nebraska, and this was when I broke up, I graduated, and I didn't have a job, and I was depressed as fuck, right? Like I was like in the worst state of mind ever, not knowing what even happiness felt like, not even knowing what like talking to someone felt like. I was just alone for so long. And then you came over, right? And you came over, and the 10 minutes would be the part where we just really, we were high on different things, but you were just talking to me, and I felt like I didn't need to lie or like put like a facade on, or like say things that were acceptable, or have an American accent, like, I don't know, it stripped me down to who I was. And the 10 minutes of you understanding that you accepted me was the best 10 minutes of my life, because then I could just be myself, and I grew confident more and more in being myself from then on till now, you know what I mean? Like, that was very pivotal in my life. If I could narrow it down to 10 minutes, even though it was a 12-hour
conversation
trip, it was great. All right, is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. How would you react if you want to have kids but we are unable to, or if you don't but we do anyway?
Okay, so if we don't want to but we do, I was literally just thinking about this like last night. Like, what if I got pregnant, like if I removed my implant and like we forgot one day and I got pregnant, and at first I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just keep the baby. Like we'll figure it out. And then I was starting to think about all the things in our lives that would change because we had a baby, like the plans and everything. And I was like, that's so much to like give up. So I think if you were down and my parents were down and your parents were like slightly down, like, just like,
you would have bought the baby?
I would have bought the baby. But if we wanted to but couldn't, then I would be slightly upset, because like I'm just the kind of person that when I want something and I've already imagined having it and then I don't get it, then I get very disappointed.
If we had a kid right now and we didn't want to, of course, like we don't want to right now, I would be okay with just having the kid, because like it's, you're the person that I want to end up with. you're the person that I would want to have kids with if I have kids, right? I think our parents are okay with, like, they wouldn't be like, ah, motherfuckers, you did it again, like, they wouldn't be super
mean and bad about it.
like surprised or, too shocked about it.
You sure you're thinking about my dad though? Yeah.
But I would prefer to just have a kid at this point. I think it'd be a nice kind of.
Yeah. What if we wanted to but couldn't?
That's the more like important question. That's a harder question, right? Like if we wanted to have kids but we couldn't. And I think I would be, at this point of time, I would be completely fine with it. I'm not going as far to say that in 5 years down the line, when we are both like really wanting to have, if we are both really wanting to have kids, that we would react the same way. We'd probably be very frustrated or something could change. But at this point of time, I don't think it's necessary. Like,
so you wouldn't have kids?
I'm okay with not having kids because you measure the commitment that you have having kids, the amount of money that you need to make more, the amount of sacrifices you have to make, the amount of things that you have to do for a little shite. Then it kind of like dissuades you from the fact that kids are such a quintessential part of your like growing up or anything. Like it's not. So that would be my answer for the question.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
What songs remind you of me? No, what song reminds you of me and why?
The whole time you're doing this interview, it's the Morning Song by the Lumineers. Yeah, the Morning Song by the Lumineers. Because as I was explaining about that, we were talking about the time in Nebraska and everything, and we had the whole 10-minute conversation that led to so many great things after. We were playing that playlist that you had, right?
Yeah.
And the one song that kept sticking out was the Morning Song.
Yeah. So the first thing that came to my mind was the two songs by Beirut, like Sunday Smile and Postcards from Italy. Like, it's just like the grandness of the song, yet like this one guy singing, but like what's the instrument that he plays in it? The
little keyboard thing.
It's just it's just so good, and it's just you, like you would like something that's that grand but yet subtle, and but just evokes such an amazing feeling. Okay, last question.
The last question.
Last question. Are you ready for this?
Should we open it together?
Can. So it says, what's the worst thing that's ever happened to us in terms of the relationship that you now consider to be one of the best things?
I think it would be the fact that we did not date for so long,
Yeah.
It would also be the fact that I was dating other people.
Yeah, you little whore.
Yeah, and
4 years.
4 years. It's a long time.
But that's good though. Like, maybe if we had dated earlier, like, things wouldn't have been so good.
Yeah, which is what I was getting at. Yeah. Pretty much, So I think that the fact that it's stupid that we had some sort of connection and I didn't pursue it for like X number of reasons, because you're not in the same country as I was, and we were in the same country, different state that I was, and I picked like X amount of reasons to not, and then like I was not worthy enough, and like all those like different little
things I don't understand.
Different little things that we both just were insecure about, I guess. But then I can't picture us working out a different way. I can't picture us being 21.
Yeah. And dating. Or you being 21, me being 25 and dating, in that sense. Like, maybe we would have fucked it up.
We might have, there's a strong probability that we would have fucked it up because we were both young, we were both chasing highs, and we were both battling with a lot of different things in life.
Yeah.
I think we were easily given into the fact that something came along or...
Yeah. I'm not going to answer. I think that's a good answer.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's that length it took us to get together. And then when it finally happened, it seemed like this is how long it needed to take for us to be together and like it be this way. Yeah. This is the last question.
That's a wrap, guys.